I hope you enjoy lunch. How's the food?
Delicious.
Yeah, she says
Always, as always. Okay. So before we start, I would like to pay respect to our great master, Tamil Panchayatini. So if you don't want to, it's fine. But I'm going to pay respect to him first because he is our master who taught us everything that we tell you is about him. Refer the knowledge to us. So today I would like to talk about the meditation journey through entering your inner peace, your inner self, and it's called 7 Bases of Mind. Your 7 bases of mind is within you. The path to meditation. Meditation is a technique. 7 bases of mind is the fact, the path that you have to learn to understand yourself. The self-initiation, meditation via the 7 bases of mind. So before we do anything, we're going to meditate with the 7 bases of mind. And I would like you to hear this video and tell me who is in this video. I mean, the voice of the person who in this video. But then first of all, I would like you to
The knowledge.
please
But
close your eyes, and then we're going to meditate together for 7 minutes before we start. And we're going to do it with the 7 bases of mind. All right, please enjoy your meditation.
Seven bases of the mind. Now let us refresh the knowledge that the great master, Lumpur Watpaknam, has taught us about the 7 bases of the mind. The first base is at the rim of the nostril, on the right side for men, on the left side for women. The second base is at the corner of the eye, on the right side for men, and on the left side for women. The third base is at the center of the head. The fourth base is at the roof of the mouth. The fifth base is at the upper center of the throat, above the Adam's apple. The sixth base is at the point in the middle of the abdomen, the meeting point of an imaginary line between the navel through the back and the line between the 2 sides. The seventh base of the mind is 2 finger breadths above the navel. This base is the most important point in the body. It is the very center of the body and the point where the mind can come to a standstill. The first to the 6 bases are the paths or the resting points of the mind. The 7th base is the home of the mind. This is where the mind should be maintained at all times. You'll be able to see the 7th base when your mind is perfectly still. However, as a beginner whose mind may not be still yet, just be aware that it is located in the middle of your stomach, 2 fingers breadths above your navel, or simply imagine that it is somewhere in the middle of your abdomen, somewhere that is easy and comfortable for you to imagine. Visualizing a meditation object. The Great Master gave us a good technique for visualization. To imagine a crystal clear sphere that is totally flawless, as clear as a polished diamond, the size of your iris, as your object of meditation. Bring your mind to settle at the center of the crystal clear sphere at the 7th base of the mind. Recite the mantra, Amma Arahang Samma that the mantra and your visualization go hand in hand. Maintain this state of mind continuously. This is a method that our great master has taught us. Some of you may find it difficult to visualize the crystal sphere. If this is the case, you may choose an object that is easiest for you to imagine, something that you're more familiar with, such as an apple, an orange, a dumpling, a bread bun, whatever you may feel comfortable imagining. A gentleman imagined a bread bun as his object of meditation because he sold buns for a living. Before long, that bread bun turned into a crystal and appeared at his seventh base. From that day on, his bread buns were selling like crazy. Keep visualizing, and soon, whatever object you visualize will progress to become the sphere of primary power. Use whatever object you wish as your object of meditation. A diamond, a pearl, a precious stone, or anything at all. But make sure you visualize in a nice and easy way, continuously. You may choose to recite the mantra along with your visualization or choose not to. This is up to you. If visualization is not for you, then you don't have to visualize. Visualization may not be for everyone. Some of you may feel tense or uncomfortable using this method, or you may put too much effort into making it happen, to rush it or to squeeze out the image. If this happens, then this method may not be suitable for you. In this case, you can forego the method of visualization. Instead, simply relax your mind at the seventh base or its whereabouts. Relax your mind quietly with a happy mood. You may feel like reciting the mantra, Samma Araham, to appease your mind, or you may just want to keep your mind still without reciting the mantra. Either way is fine. Still your mind quietly, calmly, and comfortably. Relax all your muscles and your senses. Your mind gradually becomes spacious, light, and radiant. Darkness is your friend. Darkness is not an enemy that stops you from attaining the Dhamma. Darkness is your friend if you know how to take pleasure in it. Don't be discouraged if you don't see any images. Stay with the darkness in a relaxed manner. The darker it is, the closer it is to brightness. Sooner or later, the brightness will appear. Stay with the darkness in a happy and joyous mood without questioning whether or when brightness will appear. Get acquainted with the darkness using a calm and peaceful mind. Don't become anxious or disappointed. Feel that you're sitting quietly in a night that is pitch black. It appears like 1 a.m. and accept it as 1 a.m. No matter how badly you want to rush, the sun is still not ready to come out at this hour. Even if it is 2 a.m., 3 a.m., 4 a.m., or 5 a.m., still it is not yet the right time for the sun to show up. It is only when the dawn is breaking that the sun will come out to give its bright, shining, golden rays to the world. If you just sit quietly and calmly without worrying about anything, soon your mind will become peaceful and your wishes will be fulfilled and the brightness will appear on its own. Light of purity. Don't get excited when you see the bright light or wonder where the light is coming from, or whether you have left the lights on. Be unaffected by it. Feel happy that there is brightness. It is natural for the inner light to appear when the mind is still and purified. The same way it is natural for the golden rays of the sunlight to appear with every breaking dawn. This is the light of purity. It is your reward when you embrace the Dhamma and train your mind to be still. Once you realize that the appearance of the bright light is a natural occurrence, you won't feel excited the same way you don't feel excited seeing the sun rising in the morning. By being calm, your mind will become even more still. Soon you'll see the source of the inner light, and one after another, the transcendental bodies will emerge. Continue to maintain a calm and radiant mind until you attain the inner Dhamma.
Stay still your mind, the center of the body. Make your mind bright and clear and shine inside of you for a little bit. Enjoy this happy moment, this peaceful moment. Absorb this nice energy, pure energy. Inside yourself. And when you're ready, you can slowly open your eyes. So, who knows the voice in this video? Can someone tell me? Everybody.
I think it was deep fake. Because I don't remember doing that.
AI created.
Yeah.
When I first found this video, I was like, wow, surprise.
When I came in, I was like, "Is that you?" And he just smiled.
Yeah. You did a pretty good job though, like it's really, really great.
I didn't know it was out there. I don't remember doing it.
It's in DOU. So you hope the Makaya Open University translating then, I guess, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought, oh no,
Very
that's
good.
not. Yeah.
I ruined everyone's meditation style.
Exactly.
It really is, and it's happened to be like the same exact
I
same
had to
topic
really-
that I'm about
I had to really concentrate on
to explain today. So really impressed. All right. So what I'm about to tell you today is not from me. It's from our great master, พระมงคลเทพมณีหลวงพ่อวัดปากน้ำ and actually he is our great master. He passed already when I was born. So but this teaching was transferred over to me from หลวงพ่อธรรมชโย our abbot in Thailand, our master. So what he said is that stopping the mind is the secret of success. Okay, so if you would like to know to success, then stop your mind and be learning. I think before I wanna go back to here that I'm talking about the 7 bases of mind. That today is the topic that I'm about to say for someone who came later. So the meditation is the technique. How you stop your mind is by closing your eyes and then meditate and learn yourself. That's what meditation is. Learn yourself of what is it? Who are you? Why you were born? Those kind of stuff that you learn. So, and the 7 bases of mind is happen to be one of the fact that our great master found through his deep meditation. He finally found that there are 7 bases of the mind within you. And guess what? The 7th base is the center of the body where the mind belongs. So that's today, our topics today that we are about to explore together. All right, let's learn about 7 bases of mind first. So as you may already know it, but if not, this is the good time for you to learn. So we have 7 bases of mind. the base number 1 is nostril. The left nostril for the woman and the right nostril for the man.
Why the difference?
The difference of the left and the right?
Yeah.
The left nostril for the woman, because this is gonna be a long story. Make it short. When you were born, your spirit come to your dad first. If you get to be in his breath, to the left happen to get into the left, you become a woman. If you happen to get inside to the right, then you become a man. Like a man normally
how does
going
that
the
happen?
different path.
I didn't know the nose was connected to it, so how does that happen?
Amazing, right? That's what we're going to learn together, and little by little. But that's gonna be, like I said, a long story, and I will continue.
Next time.
Yeah, next time. Next time. Yes, that's what I've learned. I grew up and I learned, and it is amazing that I've learned these kind of things. And I have the same questions as you do a long time ago, but then now I think I got it through the meditation. But keep practicing meditation. So because when we talk about this without meditation, you feel like, what's going on? What are you talking about? Because you have to meditate at the point where you can still your mind, and when you still your mind, that when you kind of understand who you are, like the inner peace, your inner self, because this is about your inner self that we're going to explore. All right. So, but this is really a good question. Thank you. So, but at this point, so the left nostril, because the left nostril make us become a woman, the right nostril make you become a man, and that's how it's different. Why it is different at this point? Just so this one, and then keep your question later. Or later, the second base of the mind is the bridge of nose. So if you follow the breath, your breath is the path of these 7 bases. Like the first one, go to nostril of the mind, like the first base. The second base, the bridge of nose, is right here, in the middle here, the center. So you call it the bridge of nose, right? And then the left for the woman, the right for the man. And you can see only 2 bases, right, that separate between us, between women and men. And because have you ever have your questions like why there are 2 people, right, like man and woman, why we are so different? That is it. That is because of this. You picked the wrong side. I mean, for the woman who wants to be the man. And the third base is the middle part of the head, which is like if you level up your eye, go inside to here, like inside of your head, but then with the level of eyes, you see it. I will have another image just showing you the middle part of your head. More like you can say like a middle of your head skull, like down there, like imagine that it's empty, right? And then the base number 4 is the roof of mouth. That what Nat said in the video, right? The roof of the mouth is like where the mouth is, and then like over here, like by the about like the nose.
Tonsils?
I mean the ear.
Like the tonsils.
Yeah. Right. Maybe you can explain better for me. And base number 5 is the throat. The throat is down here, right? Yeah. Okay. And then the base number 7 is the navel, down below here. So if you let's say you can try it, like breathe in, right? You see like it's passed through down here to the end. There is the navel, the base number 6, and then the base number 7 is the center of gravity, which is 2 fingers above the navel, right here, right? So it's like your breath come in there, and then up above, two fingers above it is the center of the body, or the center of the gravities.
So it goes down the trachea, not the esophagus.
So what is it though?
So right here you got a split too. You also have a split. One part the air goes to your lungs, the other part the food goes down to your stomach.
Yeah.
So we're talking about the one that goes down to the stomach.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct. not the one that goes to the lung. But you're right. All right, so the 7 bases of the mind. I have another video that explaining in detail of how it is working. Give me a second. Is it not? Oh my god, not coming like full screen. Thank you. Okay.
There are 7 bases along the pathway of the mind. The first base is located at the nostril, left for women and right for men. The second base is located at the inner corner of the eye, at the end of the tear duct. Left for women and right for men. The third base is located in the middle of our head, at the level of the eyes. The fourth base is located at the soft palate in the back of the mouth, where choking happens. The fifth base is located inside the throat, above the Adam apple. The sixth base is located in the middle of the abdomen, at the height of the navel. Suppose you have 2 strings. Pull one string tightly from the navel, straight through the back of your body. Now pull the other string across from your right side, straight through to your left side. Such that both strings intersect at the middle of your body. This point of intersection is called the sixth base, and it is the size of the tip of a pin. The seventh base is located above the sixth base. Now, suppose you place 2 fingers, one on top of the other, at the point of intersection. This then is the location of the seventh base. The seventh base of the mind is the starting point on the path to inner peace, the final destination of life, where one is liberated from all defilements.
Alright. Let's begin exploring the 7 base of mind. Okay. The 7th base is the center of the body, which is 2 fingers width above the navel. Is the home of the mind.
But it's actually the cross section between your body, right? That middle point.
Yeah. You can use you can imagine the way it's really a middle, the center of the body. But sometimes when you meditate, you don't really have to try to find where it is. It's just like wherever you feel comfortable, the most comfortable, and you put your mind there, and you feel like, this is where I would like to stay here and rest here for a long time. That you don't feel like you have to push yourself so hard or whatever. Like, this is where when you close your eyes and you feel like, oh, this is a place where you feel relaxed the most. That's the center of the mind. Anywhere that you might feel like it, that's it. Alright. So when you meditate, you can imagine your object as a crystal ball, the sun, the moon, or the star. Like crystal ball, the big one or the small one, up to you. Whichever size that you like, that can hold you for a long time, like you enjoy looking at it, enjoy being with it. That's the most important. whichever size, whatever that can hold your mind still. That's the key. And let it become small for now to move to our nostril. So I would say about this size maybe, or smaller than this. Like you can imagine, even though like you open your eyes, you don't have to close your eyes to meditate at all. Meditation is about focusing your mind, still your mind within yourself or around yourself. So you can imagine like having some crystal ball or picking the sun, the star, and you can see like, okay, make it like right here, right? You can imagine, right? Because if you think about the house, your house, can you see the house? Same thing. You can visualize the crystal ball close next to the left to the woman and the right to the for the man, and then you just imagine that it's right there, so you can move it to your nostril, and then let it stay at your nostril for a few seconds, and then you can imagine you move it inside the corner of the eyes where the picture shows, right? Imagine it's right here now, something right there. You can feel it. You don't have to see it. You don't have to force yourself to see it, because think about it. You have your eyes. This is your body eyes. But your mind also have its own eyes. So when you see the crystal ball inside yourself, it's not that you're using your body eyes. You're using your spiritual eyes. So that's the difference. The spiritual eyes is not really, you have to see it at all time. No, it doesn't have to. Sometimes it's just the feeling. When you feel it, means you see it. So if you can see it and you feel it and you stay for a little while, it will be shown without thinking about it. So, and then let's stay for a few more seconds and then move again each time for another base. The third base inside your head there. Okay. And then you can just feel it like, yeah, that we just learned, and then like we know where it is, so that when you meditate for real, then you follow your breath. If you couldn't imagine like, hey, where is it? Like you follow your breath. This is how you follow your breath in and follow your breath out. Yeah, so that you learn your 7 bases by that way too. And then once it's like each time, like now it's like the 3rd base, and then like the 4th base, the 5th base, and then the navel, the 6th base, and the 7th base. Like when you, let's say you imagine you have like a crystal ball, the 1st base, the 2nd base, the 3rd base, the 4th base, the 5th base, and then down to the navel, right? And then when you think about the 7th base, just move it up a little bit, move it up 2 fingers a bit, and then you can stay there with the 6 crystal ball inside of you. You can practice this visualization in any posture, like I said, sitting, standing, walking, lying down, or during your daily activities. Anything, anytime, anywhere. But lying down, I would suggest sometimes you may fall asleep, so try to avoid that if you're still just a beginner and like you're not for sure. But sometimes, you know, like before you go to like when you meditate, right? When you lay down, you're about to go to bed, you can still your mind at the center at that time, and you can sleep within it. Sleep when your mind still at the center, and then you sleep. The way you do this, if you can keep your mind at the 7th base at the center of the body before you sleep, guess what? Your mind will get to the right place, and you will have a deep sleep. That's called deep sleep. You will get a really pure relaxation. Your mind and your body will get relaxed, and when you wake up in the morning, you feel like your body is really so fresh. Yeah, if you can do that, because you let go of all your worries, let go of the mind wandering, right? The wandering mind. So the core principle is like keep your mind at the center of the body as long as possible until it becomes habitual. So you have to keep practicing every day. And I think Z and Kevin mentioned about like you have Not Kevin, Eddie, right? Yeah, Eddie. Yeah, Z and Eddie, you talk about. He's not here today. So you have like the my gym, right? The mind gym that you have like every hour you put an alert, right? The alarm to still your mind, right? To be able to meditate. So that's really a good idea. So if you want to do that, you're welcome to do it by going to the my gym, right? I think
Is
your
it
my
My
gym
Gym?
has it.
I'm not sure what it was.
There he
but
comes.
I set
Oh,
the
there you
alert.
go.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
talking about
Well,
you.
we're gonna make sure. 'cause
Talking about it?
I have a call with the
Talking
developer.
about
He's
timing.
updating it, so we'll make sure to have that.
It's
Yeah.
a good one.
Yeah. So anybody has any feedback? You know, I work very closely with the developer, and you know, so that's actually a really cool thing to be because you guys can help modify the app and add features that are easy for the developer to do. So we're gonna put that if it's not already there. I don't think it is, but it should be.
It should.
Yeah, and we'll have some.
Well, that's what it does. It reminds you take 1 minute
Okay.
and do the mantra sama araham.
Okay.
We have a
For 1
one
minute.
video when the sun is 5 minutes. It's when the venerable, not coach. It's but we have one and it's 5 minutes and they just some
I think that's
There-
what P wants to
really?
do.
There's
no,
one.
another one.
There's one with the Abbott for like
Yeah.
15 minutes.
Well, P wants to show that.
Yeah.
Well, I need to have
Yeah,
it.
some-
Code noise there.
It doesn't matter. There's
Yeah,
one that says
but they
Mama.
have one.
Okay, we'll find it.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you. And yeah, anybody have any other features they think would be good for the app, please let me know.
Just an area I mentioned about like the make it keep your mind at the center of the body as long as possible until it becomes the habitual. And I give you like you have like every hour, right? You monitor like alarm, send an alert, and then like you can meditate every hour. So that's really good. The same as Z. So yeah, and then I think we have the My Gym that will have that feature for everyone to be able to try it. And the second one is like maintain mindfulness at all times, avoiding emotional reactions to sensory experiences. So with that said, if you can keep your mind center, guess what? You just let go, like everything, like people yell at you, you won't feel it because you detach from anything else already. So you can stay your mind at the center, and that's how you can start practicing, and you can keep practice regularly and consistently. All right, so the first base is the entrance and exit of the physical body, namely the breath. Everybody knows the breath, right? So that is it. So when the first breath is your first spot of the breath. The second base is the center of smell, right there. The third base is the center of sight. The fourth base is the center of hearing. The fifth base is the center of taste. The sixth base is the center of all senses. And the seventh base is the center of the mind. Why is it like that?
Which one did you say is taste?
The taste is
Oh,
the
okay.
fifth one.
Got it, because it's up. And then there was one that didn't make much sense to me. The fourth base being the center of hearing.
The fourth base is the center of hearing. Like, you know,
because it's your
Maybe
throat.
it's the third, yeah. I would think the second would be
the third is the sight. Yeah.
the third side.
Second
Okay.
to me would be the sight, but I guess third too. But the hearing.
So let me explain. The breath is when your mind is right there, right? And then you get in, like, these 7 bases is the path of the mind. Let me repeat it over. The path of the mind, not yourself. The path of the mind, right? But this is how your mind communicate with your body. So these 7 bases. So the first path, the first path is where the mind can feel the breath, and like, yeah. And then the second base, when you can smell, like, oh, this is good smell, bad smell, this is where the mind is. The mind will come to the second base and get the smell from the nose, the signal. Cause think about it. If you no spirit, right? No breath, no nothing. you don't have any nervous system, right? And then it's nothing. The mind, this is the more like a station for the mind to get the signal from your body, from the nervous system or neural system, right? And then it can interpret it if it's like that smell or doesn't like. The good smell, bad smell is not because of your body, it's because your mind tell you that, oh, I like this smell, oh, I don't like this smell. So everybody has your own taste, right? And that's how it is, because your mind get that smell signal from the earth, from outside, and test it from within. That's when it starts getting signal, and then it determines whether or not it's like it or it doesn't like it. Same as the sight, the vision. If you learn the physical body, you know, like the retinal, the eyes going inside of you, right? And then it will picture to that spot, the third spot. Yeah, I can show you later. Like, cause the eyes, two eyes, get into it. You have to picture the retinal, and then like that one is more like the when you do the projector, right? To the light go to the wall, and that's when that picture happened to be on the third base. That's how your mind get that picture and determine if what it is, and learn from there. And learn how to communicate between the mind and the body. This is the communication between the mind and the body. And the fourth base is the center of hearing, because when you hear something, the signal get to that fourth center, and the mind pick that signal and determine what is that sound, what it is. And the deaf people, right? The deaf people, they don't have that nerve, so they still have the fourth base, but they didn't signal it. The mind couldn't signal any nerve, any signal from the body to that. So that losing of communication. The mind is there, the fourth base is there, but the signal is not there, so it's missing communication. So that's why that person becomes the deaf person or the blind person. They lose that signal from the eyes, the nervous system, to that third signal, and then they couldn't pick that. So it's more like a broken car or something, that you have a broken wheel, then you cannot drive or something like that. So think about it like body is more like the machine, right? The sixth base is the center of all senses. So it's like, yeah, the whole body, like if you
A lot
touch
of
it,
people know
you
about
can,
the sixth sense.
right?
Yeah, but the other ones they don't. So
Mhm.
that makes sense to a lot of people, I think. But
And also the same as the third. I forgot to talk about the third, right? The center of test, same thing. The test, like,
Sue, I'm sorry. What's coming to me about the hearing, I'm trying to understand that the mind, those are the ways to communicate to the body. But if, for example, somebody is deaf, the mind doesn't need them to hear. To be able to hear, the mind doesn't need that system. Does that make sense?
makes sense.
Yeah.
Makes sense. Let's say there is a proof concept that if the mind can overcome that signal, sometimes they can hear
Yes.
from
Thank
their
you.
mind
Yeah.
directly. They don't
I
really need
got
this
Okay.
signal.
Thank you.
You got it. That's a good question. Another good
I was
question.
getting worried.
All right. The
you have a
tissue.
question, John?
Any
Yeah.
questions?
So are we technically embodying these 6 or 7 bases automatically? We just aren't aware of it?
Correct.
Okay. But when we meditate, we move, we are now becoming aware of it.
Correct.
Okay.
Correct. So let's say that's a good question, not a good question. Awareness, right? You bring up a good point. Awareness. If you start aware of those 7 paths of the mind, and you start thinking about it and practicing it, like right now, can you feel it? Can you feel the breath? When you see me, you can think about like awareness, like, oh, because your 2 eyes see me, and then that's how your mind see me too. So your mind see me from your eyes, right?
Yeah.
Same thing. So if you start to be awareness, then you can start practicing it all right away, 24/7,
Kind of reminds
because
me of,
that's yours.
it reminds me of how light, when it's refracted through a prism, can make all the colors of the rainbow come out.
Mm-hmm.
It's like our mind is that light, prism is the like our body,
Mm-hmm.
and then I guess the colors are like the result.
Yes,
Yeah.
right.
Okay.
Tama isn't everything.
Yes.
Is this a teaching from the Buddha, or is this a more recent teaching from a master?
Same thing from the Buddha and from our great master. It's more like our great master, when he do more deep in the meditation, he kind of like exploit more in detail, more like elaborate
Thank you.
to be more detailed.
Yeah, don't forget our great master is rediscovered the Buddhist path to nirvana, and so that's why she started the class. But this isn't my teaching. This is the abbot. So
Things
yeah,
things
very
weren't
good
practiced,
information.
so they got disappeared out of mankind.
I wonder too, like, this isn't in the suttas, right? Like those 6 bases are like, we can't find that in the suttas.
In the what?
In the
This-
suttas?
No, you don't find the 6 bases in the suttas, but the concept of
Oh, so-
Dhammakaya does exist in Mahayana and Buddhist. So you actually see pictures of like a Buddha image in the stomach from the 7th base.
And Tamagaya is in the suttas, but it doesn't
It never gets
clarify what
explained.
Tamagaya is
Yeah.
versus when you come here, you understand deeper what Tamagaya is.
Yeah, it's more that he explore further more. But bottom line, the Dhammakaya is really common. Yeah, is our final solution, right, for Buddhists. Yeah, for like what Buddhists explore, and also again the Lord Buddha, our Buddha, he's not that determined something or building a policy or building his own rule. No, this is what he discovered from what already exists on earth. This is the fact of life that he explored and he found out, discovering. He happened to teach us to learn. All right. So he said that the teaching of the great master Paramkontemani, he said that all emotions that pass through the eyes, the ears, nose, tongue, body, and mind will gather at the starting station, the 7th base of the mind. It will then pass to the heart, which connects the gross and subtle, and then to the various bases, those 7 bases. And then everything will return to the center of the body. When practicing meditation until reaching the Dhammakaya, the inner wisdom body, you will see that these 7 bases will look like clear pipes. So, any questions? So let me try to show you again. All the 7 bases, right? Like all the signals that you get, your emotion, all the emotions will pass through your eyes, right? You get angry when you see something you don't like, for example. That's emotion that you get through the ears, to the eyes, to the ears, to the nose. Bitter taste or something that you don't like or whatever that make you feel up and down, all kinds of emotions. Believe it or not, it goes through those 7 bases. And then it goes to your heart. That's how the communication going through between the body and the mind. The mind get angry, it pass this feeling, this signal to the heart, and heart become what? Heart beating, right? You can tell your heart start beating irregularly, right? So that's how it works, correlated. It's not random, but it's the correlation. Yeah, it's for purpose. So, and then once you calm down, then everything return to the center. You're calming down, then you send a signal, another signal. Your mind will calm down, and then your heart rate would slow down too. So that's how it works. So if, let's say, what if your mind stay at the center of the all the times, and you always feel bright and clear, feel happy all the times, nothing can hurt you, right? Because no emotion at all, because you calm down. Even though you get the good thoughts like, oh, the fire burning in front of your house, you're gonna get so scared, right? But if you can calm down, you still be awareness, right? Maintain your awareness, then guess what? You can maintain to think about what should we do, right? And then you're not scared. That's how the mind reflects the body and how it's work together. All right. When we breathe in through the nostrils, along the various bases, they will become clear glass pipes. So because the mind is nothing about clear, emptiness. Your mind is really bright and clear. Believe it or not, the nature of the mind is really bright and clear. And that's when you really have to find out for yourself. Your true self is really bright and clear. So no anger, no emotion at all. So base number 1, the path of breathing in and out is very important. It's the start of everything. Besides enabling us to survive, it is also a medium to draw various emotions in. So when love and hate are pleased or displeased, that is when someone pleases us, we are pleased. When someone displeases us, we are displeased, which causes the breath to be coarse. If you can start practicing it nowadays, like now, from now on, when someone attack you or make you feel so terrible, you can feel your heart, like your breath. Start with your breath first. Your breath will be like start hotter and
Heavier.
coarse. Yeah, it's like tighter, right? And if you like calming down, when you meditate, for example, you can compare, right? When you meditate, you can feel like your breath will be lighter, softer, and more thorough. So it's really correlated together between the mind and the body. When the breath becomes coarse, it goes in with the breath to the end of the breath at the 7th base. It will expand the inner part of seeing, remembering, thinking, knowing, and attracting the inner defilements, the greed, anger, and delusion, mixing them together. And then it expands to the nervous system, muscles, from the mind to the muscular system, to the thought system, the speech, and the action. And the breath and the heart are related in this way. And guess what? You are the one who bring that bad emotion within yourself, right? Because when you get the breath that coarse, you bring it inside of you. Your mind starts alerting, exciting, and then sending the alert signal, bad signal throughout the whole body, to your heart, start getting beating more and more, to your muscle getting nervous and getting scared or something. So it's all about that first breath in that you breathe inside of you. You bring it in, nobody else, right? So to resolve it, easy. Cut it off. Don't take it in, right? So if your awareness, again, come to your awareness. If you catch it right in time, before you even breathe that bad feeling in, you stop it. And then you just take it out. Can you believe it? You will change your emotion. The emotion will be changed and you can cut off. So you are the one who determine to take it or to not take it.
What was that monk's name be? Remember he told us anytime he had a thought that he didn't want, he would do that breathing exercise?
Yeah.
What's his name?
I vaguely remember.
You're really close to him. He's one in Tennessee.
Oh, Pete Sipapat.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was good.
Yeah.
Yeah, he did say
We need
teach
that
us that.
exercise.
Anytime he's like, there's some kind of thought or feeling he didn't want, he would just go, go away. Go away. Yeah, and he said
Yeah, he
always
did
worked.
that. Yeah, he showed us how to breathe it out.
Yeah, he
So
just
he
he
did.
would do something along those lines.
Yeah. Another thing too is I've heard speakers before they are about to speak in a big, even like musicians, they do breathing exercises and they don't even know about this real connection where it's deeper than what they know. They just do it because it works.
Right.
I think it was Lumpy Narongchai that was talking about how the breath is a reflection of the mind. You know, because like you were talking about, when you get angry, you breathe a certain way, and if you're any kind of really strong emotion, you breathe a certain way. But there's like a two-way relationship, to where it's almost like smiling. Now they say if you can smile, and then it'll make yourself feel better, instead of just thinking you're feeling good then you smile. So if you control your breath, you can kind of induce a state with your mind, or a state of your mind.
Yes. Right. So feel free to try it. And you will learn more and more. Learn yourself, your true self more and more. And it's really amazing. Your body and mind is really amazing. The greed arises such as apicca, so avicca, that's avicca. The desire to possess what belongs to others unjustly. Then the mind becomes depleted. Anger and resentment also follow the breath in and settle at the seventh base, merging with the defilements of the tosa, anger, family, and causing the mind to become agitated. If the defilement of the moha or delusion type, the mind becomes clouded. Okay. So like this, and this. We don't want to be either one of those, right? So we have to practice. And to remember simply, the mind is depleted due to greed. The mind is agitated due to anger. The mind is clouded due to delusion. Therefore, when emotions of pleasure or displeasure arise, there is a technique to expel the breath. Yeah, that's what you just explained, right? Similar to blowing the nose, but not forcefully, because you do too fast, then it's maybe too much. Just a gentle release of air. So that's how you really cope with your emotion. The quickest and fastest way to do that is to switch your emotion, is to throughout the breath. And when the coarse breath cannot enter, the link that connects and reinforces the emotion is broken. That's why. As a result, the emotion fades away and the mind becomes clear again. So think about it. Like, you may not realize that your mind is really bright and clear at the very beginning already, but because of the delusions, the defilements that clouded your mind become gray, and then like you're not happy at all times. But if you get rid of those by those kind of technique, your mind become clear, back to your nature self. From the first to the sixth base, the mind is in motion, but the true base of the mind is the seventh. We must keep our minds still at the seventh base at all times. And like I said, we learn the seventh base of the mind is the 2 fingers above the navel, but you don't really have to like, where is my 2 fingers above the navel? Where's the navel? That's too much either. So what you can do is just like keep your mind back at the center, and wherever you feel comfortable the most, like I said, even you open your eyes, close your eyes, doesn't really matter. Wherever you feel comfortable within yourself. Sometimes you can just like pick my stomach. The whole stomach is my seventh base. The seventh base doesn't have to be like a small spot, little spot, tiny there. No, you can expand it to be bigger, and everywhere inside your stomach become the seventh base of mind. And it's easier for you to maintain your mind at the center. Yeah, so everything just make it easy, keep it easy, and more comfortable for you. Because the key is to keep your mind still at the center, within your body, so everywhere is great. We can see the seventh base clearly only when the mind is completely still and perfectly balanced. There is no need to search for it or try to locate it. Just imagine it's in the middle of the abdomen, in the position where you feel comfortable and content to place your mind. So right here, the mind, your his center of his body is really big, right? So everywhere you can just feel it. Yep. Thank you.
Oh, right at 1:30.
Wow.
It's about
Right on time.
That was perfect.
But I mean, we should open it up for questions though
Yes.
before we wrap up.
Sure. Any questions?
Yeah, has this been tested in a medical setting?
It should be.
Good
Has
question.
any doctor taken this and been like, can I apply this to like a patient diagnosis or
In
prognosis?
Thailand, yes. In Thailand, there are a lot of doctors, medical doctor, who kind of learn these 7 bases of mind and then like apply to his patients. It works very well. Yeah. like psychology like หมอจิตแพทย์ right? Psychologist. Yeah, he uses it all the times with his patients who has some sort of problem, any kinds. And then sometimes he even like taught them to meditate, and then like some of them like cancer patients, some of them like the last level of the worst one, right? The fourth level, right? The fourth level, almost died, like about to die. And then he said, nowhere else I can help her with that. And he said, you know what? Let's meditate. And then he taught her about these 7 bases and then meditation. And one day, and then like she's at the point where like she better go home and then rest in peace there or something like that. So like a few months later, she's still alive. He never heard anything from her. So she's like, oh, I really have to check with her. And then he went to her house. She's like back to normal. But she said that the cancer like really hurt her. She finally found the full path, and then like she found her Dhammakaya inside, and then she said that he has to take her own mind back to the center at all time to stay away from that feeling. And then her body cured herself and she stayed alive.
So
And
it
he
went
was
into
like
remission?
amazing.
Okay.
Yeah. So he applied really. Then he shared this with us like, wow, that's amazing. Is the proof of this technique, the meditation technique.
Keep in mind, there's stuff the Buddha told us about atoms before science was able to discover it. So science is still behind a lot of things when it comes to the mind. Unfortunately, it hasn't caught up yet. Maybe one day.
Yeah. So, but we can start with ourselves here, and then we can confirm it with the world, right? Later, that hey, this is true. We can prove it. That this is real. But this is doesn't matter. Somebody knows it or doesn't know it. This is the fact of life that we found out. Yeah. That he found out, not him. And the Buddha too. All right. So I think any other questions?